Correct. So marketing in simple words. So don't go with this MBA definitions or the definitions that you see on the internet. Marketing is simply the process of building visibility for your product, service, or content or any piece of information with a predefined goal or objective. What is your goal? Why are you building visibility? You must be expecting a sale to happen. Correct? Correct. And what is sales? What is this? Marketing. Sales. Sales is not exchange of product. Huh. Yeah. So, sale is a series of efforts with a goal to sell the product for a monetary value or for any other kind of value. So, but in the current market, currently it's mainly for the monetary value. Okay. So, your main goal or objective is to educate the person about the product or service and sell it. That's what happens in the sales. Okay. So, sales and marketing can be, so few people does both together. Like for example, yesterday we were discussing a person who carries tea powder packets door to door. He's doing both sales and marketing. He's building visibility as well as he's selling, right? So it's clear, marketing and sales, which are the two different types of marketing that we discussed yesterday. Push and pull marketing. Can anybody here define what is push marketing and what is pull marketing? No. So push marketing activities, the end user, the customer is badly in need of the product or service, and they themselves come and approach the businesses, and businesses have to make sure that they are available for such people, right? That is push marketing. So, for example, we discussed an example yesterday. So you are watching TV, sitting on sofa, sipping coffee, or watching TV whatsoever, and your mom asks you to go and get a tea powder. So she is badly in need of it. Your family is badly in need of a medicine or a tea powder, and you yourself walks to a nearby supermarket or a medical store, right? And whatever effort this supermarket or medical store has put is a push marketing. They made sure that they are available for you by doing the research that this is a residential area. I have to put a supermarket. They have put the board. They have put the promotions. They have softwares. They have inventory, right? They have people to explain you about all this put together is a marketing effort. Okay. So, and that is push marketing. So, pull marketing is regardless of your need or necessity, businesses will try to educate about the product or service, and they expect a sale to happen, which might happen or might not happen. That's a probability case. Correct? This is what we discussed yesterday. So, for this, the example that we discussed is you are sitting at home, sipping a coffee, watching the TV, and suddenly somebody knocks the door, dabba, 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 and they'll ask, "Sir, do you want to buy the vacuum cleaner?" Right? Will you buy? You cannot say. You might buy or you might not buy. 50-50 chances, or you might scold and send also. You might get angry even though you have a need. Sometimes you might scold them and send because you are not in a mood. Correct? They knocked the door as if something happened, and when you went out, that person, see, at least vacuum, you forget about that. So somebody comes and asks you, "Do you want to buy the pen? Do you want to buy the washing powder?" How annoying it is, right? So see, these people are making an assumption that you might be in need of that product or service, right? So it doesn't mean that the sales won't happen. The sales will happen, right? So just that the effort varies, the number of sales varies. We call that conversion rate. The conversion rate would differ significantly, right? Right. So now this is what we have discussed yesterday, correct? Yeah. What else did we discuss? So now when it comes to internet marketing, when it comes to online marketing or digital marketing, see, you are building the visibility for the products or services on the internet, on the web, using the web technologies and couple of softwares or tools. That's what is happening in digital marketing. So so now yesterday we understood we all are very good marketers and sales professionals. The simple example for that is A kid is capable of selling a stomach ache and they will bunk the class. That is selling. You are capable of selling yourself at a college campus. Correct. Yesterday we took some examples. Right? So we all are good salespeople. Just that we don't realize that we are good salespeople or we are not really interested in it. See now, marketing and sales is and marketing. What did we relate it to? Somebody gets out of a high-end car and the way how they behave. All that is a marketing effort. The show off that they do, you call it a show off, right? That is nothing but the marketing themselves. They are trying to get their own value. They are trying to leave an impression, a particular type of impression, correct? So they want to prove themselves as very affluent. Somebody wants to prove they are very strong. That's why few people do certain kinds of things, right? Which convey that they are strong, which convey that they are affluent, which convey that they are powerful, right? These are the kinds of things people do, correct? Correct. Or they have various kinds of ornaments, or they have various kinds of shoes or whatsoever. So that is a simple example of marketing. And selling, you sell yourself in the interview, you sell yourself in the college campus, you sell yourself at the home, right? Even a small kid knows how to sell something, correct? And without these skills you cannot succeed in your life, whichever the role it be. You could be a digital marketer, or you could be a core sales professional, or a marketing professional, or you could be a software developer. It can be any profession. You have to be a good marketing and sales person. Okay, so if you have to be successful in your life, you have to be good at marketing yourself and selling yourself. That's when you will see the success in life. So if you can't speak, if you can't open up, I took an example yesterday we took an example of some sweet, right? I showed you just giving the name Mysore Pak, by Mysore Pak, and now I don't even call that as exaggerating, just providing the information, the key information. Like we sell 2 tons of Mysore Pak every year or every month. Itself is very interesting, very impressive. We took an example of this thing. You visited a electronic store, Chroma store, and the case 1 and case 2 we discussed right yesterday. Case 1, the salesperson 1, he just greets and he just says, sir, the product is to the right side, left side, go there, go here. In this case, the chances of person buying is less. In second case, we understood this person goes there, he says, sir, we are selling 20,000 pieces every week. This is highly in demand, right? This is most preferred. The configuration is amazing. You are getting it at the discounted price, that, this, and the chances of people buying it is very high. This is selling. See, the same should happen in your life as well. Without you speaking for yourself, without in the interview or you have to do that. See, I'm not telling that you have to lie. See, the 20,000 sales a week is true. I'm not telling that you have to lie. Again, it completely depends on the person. Like there are so many sales professionals, marketing professionals, they say yes to everything, right? It's called manipulation. They want, the main goal is sale. You ask for anything, they'll say yes, sir. Sure, yes. Right, there are a few templated words, right? They play very tactical. They don't give the thread on ask to tie the knot, the high hands. They play very well, few sales professionals, right? So few people lie as well. They may not be selling 20,000 laptops a week, and still he lies. And now if I have to sell this bottle, I will tell Queen Elizabeth was using this bottle. This is amazing bottle. So worth 500 rupees or 1000 rupees. Now I will tag it to Queen Elizabeth and I will sell it for 1 crore. The people do that thing as well. And I'm not telling that you have to do it. So I'm just telling that without you speaking, without you having that selling elements bringing out, you cannot really sell the product or service. See, digital marketing, many institutes just focus on tools. Just focus on tools. You have to use this tool like this setting. See, using all these tools on digital marketing, like we use few tens of tools, like Google Analytics, Google Ads platform, Facebook Ads platform, LinkedIn Ads platform. There are few tens of tools. We discuss all of this. See, learning all of these tools is as simple as you exploring your smartphone. So for the first time when you have used smartphone, did you attend any classes to use smartphone? You did not, right? You started exploring it all by yourself. It's so easy, correct? See, the digital marketing tools are all so easy to understand when you already know marketing and selling. when you already know the final goal or objective, right? So we are going to discuss all of them in a very structured manner. We are going to give more emphasis to marketing. See, more emphasis is I have already given in the yesterday's class, right? We will continue to discuss more of these things, conversion rates. See, this is what makes you the best marketer. Not just learning the tool will give you the best career. See, tool anybody can learn. My son can learn the tool, right? He is first standard now. He can learn the tool very well. You give it him for him 2 days. Third day he will show me where are the features or options which even I haven't seen. Correct? It's not about that. It's about your thought process has to change. You have to be see in digital marketing, your marketing and selling knowledge has to take life. See everybody. That's why I took the example. A kid is able to sell stomach ache or headache and bunk the class. So the selling and marketing knowledge is inbuilt to all of us. We just have to bring life to that now again. Okay. So just bear this in mind. Whatever you do, wherever you go, whichever designations or role you work in digital marketing, so you have to give life to these aspects, and then you use the tools or the platforms, the internet tools or the platforms, and promote the products, and you will be super successful with your digital marketing implementation. Okay, it's clear up to here. Now, how do we build visibility? How do we build visibility? So you need to have, see, when you call yourself as a digital marketer, or if you're implementing digital marketer, or if you want to build online presence for a business, you need to have a profile on the internet. You need to have a profile on the internet, website, or a page on the Facebook or Instagram, or maybe on a page on IndiaMart or anywhere. But of all this, you having your own profile, a website is super important. Okay, so now understanding about internet and internet terminologies is super important. Okay, since without that understanding, the next level of understanding or the next set of topics will be super difficult for you, or you might not get 100% clarity. Okay, so what we do, we'll start understanding few basics. Okay, so now what's happening in digital marketing is it's all about promoting your business on the internet everywhere. We know, see now, for example, if it's offline marketing, people put holdings across the roadsides everywhere. Correct? Same thing, if it is online marketing, you have to promote your business everywhere. Fortunately, you have amazing features or options in digital marketing, like you can target only women. You can target only, see, hoarding, let's say that's a woman product or only men product, but will you be able to control who sees that product? Hoarding, that is a woman product, and all men are also seeing it, and that guy charges, no, my hoarding, if I put a hoarding here, this is a busy area, I'll charge 5 lakhs every month. There's no guarantee how many people see that. And now using that 5 lakhs budget, you can target only women, and that too a specific age group. If you think the target age group is anywhere between 23 to 30, you can target only that age group, and you can promote the products. You know, you have amazing features or options. You have significant level of control over to whom you have to show the product. So for example, you can show a product ad or promotions only to iPhone users, only to Android users, only to people who are in HSR layout. You can show ad only to people in HSR layout, or you can set the radius HSR layout and surrounding 5 kilometers or 5 miles. Okay. Any questions? It's clear, right? Okay. Okay. So for all this, the most important thing is website. Even before we get to know what is this website and all, quickly let's recall few things which we had discussed previously, like this terminologies. Internet. Anybody here can define internet? We discussed it. What is internet? Internet is the to and fro exchange of information between the computers over the World Wide Web. A computer located here can communicate or interact with a computer located in any other part of the globe. Okay, and this communication is happening through the World Wide Web. The cables, optical fiber cables that are laid down, right? So this go up to the country border, and from there it connects to other countries, right? So that's the World Wide Web, that's the network. So the communication, the to and fro exchange of the information happening over this network between the computers over this network is the internet. And if the same kind of communication is happening within the closed group within this organization, there are 100 computers in this organization, that is happening through the LAN or whatsoever the medium it is. If it is only between these computers, then it is intranet, right? So you have all of those definitions here. You can go through them. Yeah, I want you all to go through this the same day after the class. Make sure that, see, I don't want you to make it complicated. I don't want you to go through any kinds of definitions on the internet. No, just in a very simple language, in an easy way, understand things, right? Internet is nothing but exchange of information between the computers over the World Wide Web. How is the exchange happening? It's not happening through bus, auto, or cab, or right, right. It's not happening through the postcard. It's happening through the World Wide Web. Yeah, World Wide Web. WW call it as. It's a network happening over the network, which is the World Wide Web. Yeah, and if the same kind of exchange of information happens between the computers located within this organization, or it can go up to Sarjapur or HSR Martali, but it is not connected to the complete globe. It's connected to just a one group or set of computers, predefined set of computers, or over a closed network. I'll call it as closed network. The closed network is, it's just connecting between all six computers. All of six of us are using six computers, and all of your computers will be used from your place, not necessarily from this office. And the communication happens, but the problem is here, it happens over the LAN cables. So we may have to lay the LAN cable up to your house, something like that. Okay, usually most of the times it's within the office. That is intranet. What are servers? Heard of the term several number of times. See, now I want, see, with this definitions, whatever we are discussing, I don't want you to ever forget these definitions. You should be in a position to educate few tens of people about these terminologies, right? Internet and intranet is clear, and I have already typed it here. Okay, and what is server? Huh? From tank to kitchen there is a pipeline connection. Can that be called a server? From switchboard to fan there is a connection. Can that be called a server? What is server? We discussed it last week. So server is simply a storage space which can simultaneously process the data between multiple computers. It can take the inputs from multiple computers and it can send the information to multiple computers, right? And it has got the processing capability. It's a storage space. Your memory card is a storage space, your hard disk is a storage space, but then they lack certain functionalities like communicating or interacting with multiple computers simultaneously, and the RAM is missing. Now this doesn't have processing capabilities, right? Which just store the information, but this storage device has processing capabilities and it can simultaneously interact with multiple computers. That's a server. That's a server. So which can simultaneously pass information to and fro between with multiple computers to multiple computers. That's what is happening, right? If your server is down, the website doesn't open. It's passing information to your computer, and here in between we are using a browser. Correct? Exchange of information. It's a storage space which is capable of sending information to your computers and accepting information from your computers, right? It is simply called as a server if it is happening locally. It's called as local server, right? So let's say I can set up a storage device here which can be height of this table or size of this room, and which can store enormous amount of information, and that information can be accessed by your computers, right? and from your computers you can send some information and that can get stored on this storage space, right? It's basically a storage space with the with the power to exchange information, pass the information to computers and accept the information from the computers, and it can simultaneously interact with multiple computers. It's clear? Now it's happening with the computers within this office. That's a local server. And now if this server is connected to the internet, it's called as internet server, where this information can be accessed by any computer from any part of the globe. Okay, that is internet server. Okay, so now this internet server, yeah. See, now maintaining a server, a local server, a storage device. See, hard disk costs 2,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, correct? A small hard disk costs you 5,000 rupees, correct? Now think of a hard disk that is size of this table. How much it would cost? It costs in lakhs. It costs in lakhs. And now think of an internet server which has to be connected to the internet networks. You won't be able to afford it. So now that's when multiple companies came into picture, right? And they set up the servers which are connected to internet, and they'll have massive storage capacity or capabilities and processing units, right? Not just storing the data, they will have the power to process the data as well. And now these companies are like GoDaddy, Hostinger, Hostingator, Akamai. There are several companies which Amazon, Amazon servers, heard of it? Right? They are not the local servers. They are not the servers used only for their internal purposes. They are the servers which we use for so many websites. We use the hosting space. We have Amazon hosting with us. Whatever we put on the server can be accessed by anybody from any part of the globe if they have the address. See, I can come to your house. Anybody can come to your house, correct? It is on the earth, located on the earth. But only if the address is provided, correct? Otherwise, how will I be able to come? Though it is openly visible, though it is on this earth only, it's not in some other planet, right? Your house, it's on the earth. Anybody can visit. But anybody can visit can happen like nearby people can visit just like without you providing any kind of information, correct? But if anybody from any part of the globe has to visit, you have to provide the address, right? It will have an address, plot number, that, this, and all, correct? Same way, when you buy the hosting space, when you buy the space, storage space on the internet server, another terminology is hosting. So they will give you the address that is called as IP address. All the information, the data, the files that you store. So for example, let me go to one of this file. So now let's take this class, this document, this file. This file is located. Where is this located? This file is located Mac HD users Apple downloads. This is the address. Do you all see that? This is the address. So every file that's sitting on your computer has an address. Right? Sleepy. Boring. Is it boring, guys? Everybody? You did not sleep yesterday? You didn't sleep? Huh. Should I turn off the fan? I should turn off man. Fan and alarm say. What you had for your breakfast? Rava idli. Okay. So, yeah. So, how many of you here would like to have a website? Why? What will you do with the website? You want to? You want to open an agency? You also will open an agency. Why so many people? When competition, she will not survive, you will not survive. If all of your opening agency. Huh? What you want to do? Why you want to open a website? your business called? Huh? Huh?
Hardware store.
Hardware store. You need a website. You don't need. You want to start an e-commerce website. Good. See now, website. See now, there are amazing opportunities for all of you. See, website opening. See, if you want to start an agency, you don't need a website, by the way. See, when I started my agency, I did not have the website. When I started this agency, I did not have the website. I had the credibility. So people were like, okay, so Manjunath, let's go to Manjunath. Let's hire Manjunath. Let's hire Manjunath's team. Let's hire Manjunath's agency. They were least bothered about my website. Why? Because word of mouth, or they had already seen my LinkedIn profile. Okay. See, for agency, what is main thing is, uh, see, agencies doesn't just get the website will not get the business like this. Your I'll give you another example. See, we have people, they don't speak about website. We are not getting any kind of business from the website for at least. See, for agency, we don't get business. See, e-commerce, you need a website compulsory. Yeah, yeah. See, that's why I'm telling you. See, for certain kinds of business, even without website, you can get the business. For example, e-commerce, you compulsorily need a website. Whereas for agency, you don't necessarily need a website. For your hardware store, you need a Google business listing. If somebody searches hardware store near me, you have to show up on Google. That's when you get the. Do you have the Google business listing? Google Maps? And is it optimized? Are you sure that it shows up all the time?
Not all the time, but nearby, like if it's searchable.
So your business listing can be optimized where it can show up to various kinds of terms related to your business. So for example, hardware shops must be selling nuts, bolts, paints, various kinds of things like the sanitary things also.
Yeah.
Everything. Okay. So now even if somebody searches sanitary store or sanitary ceramic, sanitary, something like that, even in those cases your listing can be made to show up, not just for hardware store. Right? We'll discuss that how do we make that. See, for you, Google business listing is super important. If you want to sell your products online, a e-commerce platform, then website is super important. Otherwise, website is not needed. So, e-commerce website, which products you want to sell online? Stationery items. You have stationery store, right? So, stationery items. See, having a website is fine. See, certain kinds of products you cannot sell online. I'll tell you why. There are certain difficulties involved in it. So, for example, if somebody wants to buy one pencil box, one crayon box, and one scale, will you be able to send them online? You can. Do you want to send? So, what is the cost of one scale? Huh? Huh? See, you cannot bear the delivery charges. See, now the total product that they want to buy is the worth of the products that they want to. One pencil box, get now the price. How much is the pencil box price? Yeah, you are buying for your daughter. Hmm. No, no, no. See, now that is fine. See, we have to understand margins here. See, setting up a business is not that easy always. You have to understand the margins, the complexity or difficulties or risks involved in shipping the product online also. So, if somebody is buying, see now let's say he is selling it for 1,000 rupees. Okay, I'll tell you. So now, when you sell a 1,000 rupees product pencil box, you must be making a profit of 100 rupees. See, usually businesses will have 20 to 30% margins at least. Sometimes not that much. And the competition is very high now in the current market. It's not like how it was earlier, right? No, no, my question is, If you are selling, so what is your margin? How much do you get if you are selling 10 rupees scale? 2 rupees? Huh? 2 to 3. That is 20 to 30% margin. Okay. So now you want to see now what happens now. So the cost for the technology, for the website or the platform, shipping charge. See now that's okay. See now you are selling a product, various kinds of products. Now if somebody is ordering product worth only 200 rupees, only 200 rupees. So 200 rupees worth products and 2 3 are 660 rupees is your margin. And to ship it, it might cost you 90 rupees. You are 30 rupees negative, correct? You are 30 rupees negative. So why will people always buy 1000 rupees, 500 rupees worth of stationery? People might buy 2000, 3000 also, 5000, 10,000 also, but 1 in 10 people, correct? If you are setting up a minimum 1000 rupees worth, then only I'll ship online. Then the purpose of selling online will be there will be a barrier. Like people want only one sharper, one pencil box, eraser box, and
But then
everything
they
would come
can
to.
go and they can buy themselves.
That's what.
Like people who don't
See,
want to go, sir, in Bangalore, people are sitting over here, big basket, they are taking delivery charges, they also know, but they are too lazy to go out. They will give the delivery charges, 80 rupees, and they will get it done. So this is the culture in
that goes
Bangalore.
with the brand, that goes with various other factors. Now even when they are buying, they are not just buying it for 30 rupees, they are not buying 30 rupees coriander leaves alone, right? They buy various other things. One second, everybody. So they are not just buying coriander leaves on big basket. So big basket, anywhere between people would order at least 300 rupees.
Yeah, minimum.
Okay.
It is showing there.
See, they have their own logistics. So when they have their own logistics, when they are coming next building, next your neighbor's house, product worth of 2000 rupees, they are delivering product worth of 2000 rupees. And now delivering even just coriander and mint leaves for you worth 100 rupees doesn't cost anything to them, correct? Correct. Why? Because they're already delivering 2000 rupees worth product to your neighbor, and now there is no cost involved delivering to you, correct? See now when the logistics is built in such a way, when you have that kind of order flow, it all works out even when the order price is less. Now think of neighbor did not place order and you are located somewhere in the outskirts. For 40 rupees coriander leaves and 30 rupees mint leaves, 70 rupees, and some other products 150 rupees. To deliver this 150 rupees, 200, 200 extra delivery charges, big basket. Now why will you spend, just you want urgently coriander and pudina, for 70 rupees you will spend 200 shipping, you will back off, right? So you will prefer to spend 200 only when you are purchasing at least 1000 rupees worth product or 2000 rupees worth product. Big basket is charging 200.
Sometimes if the demand is very high and the product is very less, then that is very charged. They get
We
charged
are
more.
charging flat 100 rupees to deliver few hundreds of kilometers. Few hundreds. We
But
have
this
e-commerce.
palak will get charging 180 rupees.
Uh-huh.
Palak,
Uh,
spinach,
spinach, I know,
180 rupees.
including shipping.
Including
Okay. Sleep gone? Huh? Gone or it's increasing? It's up. Still going up. You're still sleeping. Increasing.
Increasing.
Decreasing. Okay. So what were we discussing, guys?
website,
Yeah, we were discussing about
how
internet
browsers.
browsers. Okay, now we'll come back. Yeah. So I was telling you, like there are hosting providers. You can buy the hosting space. You can buy the storage space. Like if you want to build a home, you will buy the plot, right? Right. Same way you can buy the storage space. Like few acres of land will have one plot, correct? Same way the storage space, the hosting space is massive. From that you can buy a small storage space. Small is not really small. You can buy 1000 GB, 10,000 GB also. Okay. So they will give you the address. How do you go to that address? How do you go to that storage space? There will be an address. Okay. IP address, which is called as IP address. It's an internet IP is the full form of IP is internet protocol.
What exactly hosting word means storage?
Hosting is, yeah, storage space. It's a storage space that allows. So you must have heard this in the TV programs also, right? Hosts.
Yeah.
Basically, what is happening? They are encouraging or allowing you to store your information, store your content or information, images, whatsoever it is. Okay. Okay. So now, see, website. Do you all know that you can build website on your computer only, and it will be only on your computer. Nobody will be able to access that information. You know that? What is website? Anybody here?
To give information
To give information, print pamphlet, man. Print anything that you want. To give information, send on WhatsApp.
In website, we have complete information about our product, what we are, how exactly we are doing, what everything.
Brochure also will have it. Okay. Before that, why I asked that question is I just wanted to trigger certain thought process. Okay. So I'll go one by one. You will understand it better. Okay. See now, you have a resume. So if I'm asking for your resume, how will you send it to me? WhatsApp, email. Now, if you want the whole world to see, what will you do? Huh? Then, Naukri, the whole world will see it easily, right? So, for any piece of information that you expect the whole world has to see here, you are putting it on the internet server. You are putting on the internet server, but now that internet server is associated with a domain name called Naukri, domain name called LinkedIn. So they are all service providers. What are they doing is they are accepting your content and they are putting it on a server which can be accessed by anybody on the internet. They are bringing visibility for that information, right? And where are they storing is Flipkart has got IP, Amazon has got the storage, every storage space has got IP. Now Naukri also has got IP 191.21.62.32.1. If Naukri says, all of you 191 point, go and put the information over there, will you be able to remember that? See, Naukri has built a software, what you call as a website. Basically, that's a content management system. The features or options, all that you see, even on the Facebook, what's running on your mind, post something that you see right on LinkedIn, everywhere. The options for you to upload a photo and publish on Facebook, Instagram, it's a content management system. So they all will build an option to accept the content to their servers. And then they build visibility. Here, what we have to understand is if you expect the whole world to see your business, your product, your service, you have to put it on internet server first thing, first step. Okay. So how do you build? How do you put it on internet server? Is one thing is you have to buy a storage space or internet server space. You have to buy a storage space which is connected to internet server, and whatever you put over there will get visibility, right? And now whatever storage space you buy, sleepy, you are also sleepy. Whatever storage space you buy, uh, it can be used by you, and you can put any information you want over there. But there is a format. You cannot upload a document. You cannot upload your resume.doc to your server and expect the whole world to see. If any information, see any information that's put on the internet server, if has to be read or seen by other people on their computers, they have to access it through only browsers. How do you visit Amazon from your computer? Amazon come, Amazon, will you call like that? No, right? You will open Where will you open Amazon.com? Chrome, Firefox, Safari. There are different browsers. You cannot access Amazon in the air. You need an intermediate application to access Amazon, that is browser. What is browser? Browser is an application or a software or a tool that establishes connection between an server or internet server and computer, that establishes connection and passes information to and fro between the computer. From your computer you type anything, it goes to server, and from server it comes back to you. You put username and password, it sends to server and it logs in, correct? And now when you click on some photo or image, it zooms and it comes. See, it's all coming from server. Contact us, which click on contact us page, you will be taken to contact us page. That is coming from server. Okay. So now this information that's read by browsers has a format or a language. It cannot read any other format just like that. See, let's assume there's no English language at all. If I have to speak to you all and have to communicate certain things, I might have to speak to you in a specific language that you understand. He knows Tamil, you know Urdu, you speak only Urdu, Kannada, Tamil தெரியுமா? I don't know Tamil. Malayalam, right? So I have to see now. Look at this. If there's no English, I have to speak to in Urdu. I can speak Tamil. I can manage Kannada, Telugu, Hindi. I can speak Malayalam. Chorundo, Chorundo. Who knows Malayalam here apart from him? Even I don't know Malayalam except one here and there, one some words. Unfortunately, I don't watch TV also, so I don't know Malayalam. Is it? But for you,
So
it's
for them, it's really
yeah,
for
because
anybody
from
who knows that it's
very easy, obviously. Learning now in between it's difficult. See, their words pronunciation it needs.
very
Yeah, it's like spelling the
It's like
Sanskrit
you put
slokas.
some coins in the box and just look like this. Put something.
Malayalam.
Actually,
Okay. Okay, fine. So same way now, if whatever information that you have, if browsers has to read them, see if browsers reads, then only it displays on the computer. Right now, look at this. Do you all see the screen? See, this is browser. I am on the Chrome. See, if browsers understand, then only browsers give present it. Correct? So now if browsers see which language do browsers understand? Not Tamil, not Malayalam, not Telugu, not Kannada, not Urdu. Browsers understand a language called hypertext markup language, HTML. Browsers, internet, servers, all of them understand this language called hypertext markup language, HTML.
hypertext.
Markup language, HTML. Hypertext markup language. So now, see, for me, if I have to send photos to you, I'll simply send it on WhatsApp, correct? Or email. No risk, no problem at all. Now, if I dream of having a website that can be read by anybody on the internet, I have to compulsorily put it in the HTML format only. It's something like this. If I have to speak to Mohit, right? Mohammed Mohit. If I have to speak to you, I have to compulsorily speak to him in Malayalam. When should I learn Malayalam and how will I communicate to him? Right? So now, same way here, HTML is actually easy to learn. HTML can be learned by all of its fun. It's like playing video games, right? But then playing video games also takes hard working time effort. You don't feel like it as a hard working because you're enjoying it. It takes time at least. If you're playing video games means you're spending so much time there, correct? But out of this time, the time can be called as wasted if you're not generating any value. And if you're generating a value out of it, it's called as productive, resourceful, correct? See, if elders don't know what are you making, even you know what comes out of video games. You don't make anything, right? You're simply wasting time only, correct? So if you're playing video game and for every successful game, if you're making 1 crore money, your parents also will encourage and you will also encourage yourself, correct? Otherwise, even you will call it as wasting time, correct? So now here HTML, you need to spend time, that's all. You will learn. I'll show you how HTML works to all of you. Okay. So HTML, okay. So it's a beautiful language. We call it as tags. Everything that you want to present has to be wrapped with tags. Everything that you present has to be wrapped with tags. Like how the chocolate will be wrapped with chocolate cover, that gives a beautiful presentation to it, right? Right. So now HTML is written always with the opening tag called as HTML, and there will be a closing tag HTML. This is how you start. It's something like people will, in every religion, people will have their own words. People, Hindus write Sri, Om, and Muslims write it's something like LAY 786 something, right? Yeah, and Christians, I don't know what they write. Every religion has got their own starting word. I don't write. I have seen some people writing first thing Sri, Om, something like that. Correct? So something like that in HTML. If you are writing a HTML page, you have to start it with HTML. For every, this is called as opening tag. There will be a closing tag. Okay, and in HTML there are two parts. One is head section, and another one is body section. So closing tag will have this forward slash always. Okay, and body opening and slash body closing. Okay, so the tags will see. Let me erase all of this. I'll save this as save as. Let me save this. So I'll save this under downloads. I'll call this as June. I'll index June.html. So it has to be always saved with extension .html. Like Excel files, PDF file, docs, every file has got its own extension, right? That's a full form. Here at least we know the full form of HTML, hypertext markup language. Save it and automatically the tags will come now. Okay. Okay, so now look at this. I'll type opening tag and you will get the closing tag. See? Okay. Sorry, before this I have to write HTML. HTML. Okay. For every opening tag there is a closing tag. Under HTML there will be head section. There are two parts, head section and body section. Okay. So head section is mainly an instruction to the browsers or to the search engines or to the servers. Whatever you want to instruct to the browser, servers, internet, you will be putting it in the head section. Okay. So now our browsers want to know what is the or maybe I'll put title, just title. What is the page name? They are curious to know what is the page name. So I'll put this here, title. This is our first web page. Okay, that's all enough. I don't want to put anything more, right? And whatever you put in the body section is what shows up to the whole world. Now whatever you put in the body section, this is completely all body section. Body section, whatever you see here is all going in the body section. Okay, so now I will put, this is my first, okay, not like this, there is something called as paragraph tag. Okay, this is the first web page we as a team are building it. Okay, so now what is that you are putting on the internet server is only this information. Or let's assume I will write ABCXPQR. This is the secret key for the lottery ticket purchased and anybody can use it and claim the amount. So I want to make this public. I want everybody see this. That's what people do, right? They will shoot a video, traffic police video, and they'll put it on Facebook and Instagram. They want everybody to see, right? Correct. Same way now I want this secret code to be put on the internet. Everybody wants to see it, right? Just save it. Now where is that file saved? June.html. Look at this. This is how a simple HTML file will look like. This is a web page now. This is a web page. What is the difference between this and this? This has got so much of information and it's colorful, correct? So look at this. This text is straight away starting from the left side, correct? And now here look at this left side. There is so much of space and this is how it looks. Let me show it to you. You see this, how this page is looking? This is the source code. We call it as source code. And what is the effort that has gone in building this page? See, now this is enough. I can go just upload this to my server. I'll show that as well. I'll show it to you. Okay. Now this is my web page. So I am using HTML to present the content. And now if I want to make it look beautiful, see now this has lots of information. That's a different thing. Even I can have lots of information. Maybe I'll copy this and I'll show it to you. It looks like this. See all that information that you see here, I have copied this and it is looking something like this. So this is a HTML page, simple HTML page. It's looking like a Word document, right? Word document, right? And now if your objective is to just put this information to everybody on the internet, just go with this. And now you want it to present it beautifully. You want to present it beautifully. You don't like it to be like this. You want it to be something like this. Then you have to use one more language called cascading style sheets, CSS. Cascading style sheets. See now this is called as web page. This is a web page, cascading, CASCADING, cascading style sheets. See, don't worry, you don't have to learn CSS, you don't have to learn HTML, right? I just want to show all of you how the web page is built, right? You are driving a car. Are you really concerned about how the engine works? You can still drive the car, right? Correct? What is super important? How to know whether there is a fuel in the car or not? How to use the indicators? How to use the wipers? Correct? This is what you have to understand. Correct? But then, if you can learn this, it's amazing. So if you learn the skill of building the websites, you will be called as website developer. You will be called as front-end developer or website developer. Okay, it's another amazing career opportunity. Okay, it's fun to learn the skills as well, right? There are so many HTML tags to present the HTML web page. Are you all understanding? Are you all following this? To present the content, you have used HTML, and to beautify it, you have used CSS, cascading style sheets. Even I don't know cascading style sheets. Long back, some 13-14 years back, I have worked on it, completely gone. Huh? You don't have to learn this, but still you will be learning how to build a website. Okay. So cascading style sheets is used to beautify your content. HTML is used to present your content. Cascading style sheets is used to beautify your content. And on the web page, look at this get started. When I'm clicking on it, it's scrolling. You see that it's scrolling, and sometimes it says password is wrong. Correct? These are all called as functionalities. In order to have functionalities on your web page, you have to use another scripting language called as JavaScript. HTML is used to present the content. CSS is used to beautify the content, and JavaScript is used to make your web page interactive or functional, right? So have you seen Wikipedia page? Wikipedia pages will be something like this with minimal CSS. CSS will help you to set the border, alignments, colors. Are you all following it, everybody? Wikipedia pages, have you seen how they will be? They are not that beautiful, right? Just like Word documents, right? So they will have minimal CSS, very minimal CSS, and even functionality part they will not have much functionalities. But when it comes to websites, e-commerce websites, you need to have add to cart, add to checkout, that this payment process, all these are functionalities. So now, back to a decade or 2 decades back or 3 decades back, website used to be just an HTML most of the times, and then it's a combination of HTML and CSS itself. That's all, just HTML and CSS. And as we advanced, internet, internet technologies, internet marketing, internet business, everything advanced, the functionality part is has more importance, gaining more and more importance. Every website is now functional today, correct? Every website will have all of the scrolling options, add to cart options, password wrong, username wrong. That this all these are functionality components of the website. If you are expecting functionality as well for your website, you have to put JavaScript as well. So a web page is built using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Every web page on the website, about us page, contact us page, every page, privacy policy, all these are built like that using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. A web page is a combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So if you have to build a website, sleepy. If you have to build a website, you have to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript could be very tedious for you. It's not that easy. HTML is easy. CSS, I will show you how it looks. Looking at it, you will get scared, but it's not that difficult. So, for example, script of any language. So, for example, I know I know Kannada, Telugu script. If I see Urdu or Malayalam, I may not understand anything. Same way, if you see Telugu or Kannada script, you may not understand anything, right? But it's not that difficult when we really understand starting from the alphabets. See, even learning Urdu or learning Tamil or Malayalam may not be that difficult for us if all of us start now, because we are going to learn the alphabets of it's something like this. Like people must be wondering, how are you solving 1,000 problems? I am not really learning how to solve 1,000 problems. I learned only the formula. We are always using a plus b whole square formula or Laplace formula or some other formula. Correct? Correct? Just by learning the formula. Same way in any language, if you are mastering the alphabets, alphabets is the core basic. Forming a word is not that difficult. Correct? Right? Same way, now if you could master this at the basic level, it doesn't look that difficult. It all will be quite simple. I'll show it to you how CSS looks like. Okay. That is CSS. This CSS, whatever you are writing, you will be writing here nav bar, container, float, dark background, background color. You are giving, see, with all these instructions, this page has become beautiful. And if you look at the CSS, you are wondering what is this and how to write something like this. Do you understand anything here? Nothing, right? But if you are taking up a front-end developer career, website developer career, so this is not difficult. Trust me, this is not at all difficult. Not at all difficult. So now we typed this one also, right? Was there any difficulty? I understood opening tag. I understood closing tag, correct? Is there any difficulty involved in it? But now as you proceed using more and more tags like this page also would look something like this. When I start proceeding with more and more information on the page, it would look something like this and you feel it's quite difficult to do it. It's not difficult. Just that we have to understand or learn it. Right? So now, anyways, luckily, see now what we're going to learn is, see now we all realize that practically it's very difficult for us to learn all of these things if we have to build a website. Correct? Correct. So now one more thing, one more important thing. So somebody who does all of this will charge a bomb. So if you have to build a website, your expenses could be in lakhs because a HTML developer's salary will be, so if you are hiring 3 to 4 years experienced professional, somewhere around 60,000 to 1 lakh rupee a month, front end developer. So and to build a website, he might take 3 months. So at least 3 lakhs is the expense. If it is 6 months, what is the cost incurred? Correct? A small business. Now you want to set up a e-commerce business. Can you afford 6 lakhs? Do you want to see, even if you are capable of affording, you want to really invest 6 lakhs? You are testing the waters. You just want to try. You want a website, right? Are you ready to invest 10 lakhs now? You have real estate. You want website for your real estate business. Are you ready to invest 10 lakhs? Your real estate website building might cost more than 10 lakhs. E-commerce website also will cost a bomb. This website we have spent several lakhs, 20, 30 lakhs. Because website is not just about this. So for example, let's say now let's assume there is a spelling mistake here. So now if you have to do the changes to this, will you be able to do that? You have to go here and you have to do the changes. Will you be able to do that? Will you be able to do that? Now, see, website owners will not get into all of these things. Again, if even if they have to make small changes on this website everywhere, they have to go in touch with website front end developer. It's like if you have a website, you need to have a person front end developer next to you for lifetime. Correct? So now what is the other alternative is, so now business owner tells boss, I want everything in my control. But meanwhile, this fellow business owner doesn't understand how to edit. He wants everything in control. If everything has to be in his control, he has to understand how to go and change the text here, right? Correct? He has to understand servers. He has to understand FTP. There is something called as FTP. I'll discuss about that. He has to understand the front-end development, correct? HTML, CSS, JavaScript. He has to understand all of these things, correct? Even if he has to create one new page. Let's say, now let's take this example. Let's see here, marketing, digital marketing training, or maybe I'll go to another course, leading safe training. So if you have to create a new course called, let's say, accounting course, how will you create it? Again, you have to approach front-end developer, correct? Or even if you have to change this to 6.0 to 7.0, you have to again front-end developer, or you should know the editing, right? Now there is an amazing option here. Okay, there is something called as, now for this what we do is we develop a software which allows you to do all of these changes by yourself. You don't need a front-end developer, you don't need a website developer. Not there is a software, we need to develop the software, and we have developed the software, and that software is here. We have installed it here. We call this as content management system. The software that allows you to manage content of your website is called as content management system. The software that allows you to manage your leads is called as lead management system, correct? The software that allows you to manage your complete HR process is called as HRMS, correct? The software that allows you to manage your leads, or the software that allows you to manage your customers, is called as CRM, Customer relationship management. It's called as customer relationship management only, CRM. Lead management system. So there are software. See, now what we do is, software is nothing but set of functionalities or features. It's something like this. Your washing machine has to turn on after 20 minutes. After reaching this temperature, the refrigerator has to come back to this state or have to turn off. Right? These kinds of functionalities set of activities, like you instruct your kids, right? You instruct your friends, you instruct your parents, you instruct everybody, right? Same way now, this software or program that we write instructs our website or whatever functionalities that you want. Map the password and say password is wrong, right? So now if you want control of your website, you need a content management system as well. Look at this. And this has so many features or options where in one click you can launch 700 web pages on the website, or you can launch 1 lakh pages also on the website. See, now we are publishing only one page and automatically this is going to create 754 55 pages. So I have created only Salesforce Marketing Cloud training, and this automatically created pages called Hyderabad, Mumbai, Vijayawada, that, this. Okay, see, software, anything can be done. Software, it's like again like how you instruct your robot. All these pieces of information instructs to perform different set of actions, right? You must have seen, right? After 3 times attempting wrong password, block them. We write everything through code. Everything will be done through a program. And now to do this, you will use one of the programming languages which you might have heard of already, like Java, .NET, Python, PHP, Express, React or Node.js, right? Ruby on Rails. There are few tens of programming languages. So your front-end development comprises HTML, CSS and JavaScript, correct? And your back-end development, see, back-end is not compulsory. If you want control over your websites, if you want control over your website, you want to depend less on your front-end developer, and if you want to manage everything by yourself, see, for example, I can create a course here by myself. See, I can just input all the fields here. I'll just fill all these details and automatically a page something like this gets created. See, now whatever you see here, they're all accepting the details you see here. So now when I have this software, when I have this content management system, my only job is to fill all these fields and you will get a beautiful web page. Is that clear? So this is helping you to manage content of your website, and hence it's called as content management system. And building this needs a backend developer or a person who knows Java, not all the languages, one of them, Java or Python or .NET or C++ or PHP or Ruby on Rails. There's so many programming languages, right? And now if you want backend also parallelly, you hire one more person or two more people. And now each person's salary will be, let's take 50,000 or 1 lakh, depends on the experience. And Monstack developers are paid in several lakhs also. They are called, so we have built this in Monstack. And they must be knowing DB as well. Like if you have a content management system, you will be storing data in the database. Now website, see, now you can just go with a simple HTML, CSS, JavaScript without content management system. That is just HTML, CSS and JavaScript. All the content will be sitting in the file only like this. Like this is a content, right? It is sitting in the file only, right? But when you build a content management system, this content will not be in the file. This content will be sitting in the database. It pulls from the database and shows up here on this page. Where is text here? Let me open the file here. Control. So what is this leading safe certification training? Is a 2-day. Finding it difficult to understand? You're all understanding it, right? Okay, see now this content is been pulled to this web page from database. Because what I'm doing here now, if you look at this, I'm just filling all this fields, correct? Now this information goes and stores at one place, and the same information will be pulled to this design. This is a template now. If you look at this page and if you look at this page, all pages design is same. All pages design is same, just the text is changing. See, correct? Now what happens in this design, every time a different content is being bought and presented. Now from where is this content coming? This content is being inputted by you, the website owner, and where is it going? It is not directly going here. It is going to a storage space, and from the storage space we are pulling here and we are showing. And what is that storage space is called as database. So if you have to build a website, we call simple HTML website is called as a simple static website or simple HTML website. If you need a control, if you need a backend, we call this as backend or content management system. If you need this as well, then additionally you need the database as well. You have to store data in the database and you have to program. You have to learn one of the programming language. You all understand the effort involved in building a website. Now, even if somebody has to build a simple website, it costs in lakhs if you understand all this process. Correct? Now, a small business owner can afford it. No, right? Okay, let's say he can afford it, but now building all this is not going to happen in a month also. Sometimes it takes several months, and you know we took 1 year to build this, and day and night we are building one mobile application. We are working on it day and night, Saturdays, Sundays, and working for the last 2 months. 5 people building one mobile application would take 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. Not only here, see now this we did not stop it here. For this client, we continue to implement so many things. Every now and then it's something like this. After building a home, will you be quiet? Won't there be any renovations? Won't there be any interior work? Correct. Now after few years, you want to land directly from flight and get into home from chopper, helipad, and then without even it should be still flying in the air, and you should still get into the house. That's your requirement after few days. So such kinds of requirements come into the website. Content management system. Client will come and say, I will click here, and it should go and fly in the sky. So there will be a continuous process. If you're building a website, something like this, it doesn't stop there. We need to have that complete team, developer teams. Each person's salary will be 1,50,000 or whatsoever, and 5-6 people has to be with the client forever if we are building these kinds of websites. So companies invest anywhere 10-20 lakhs, especially like for example, if you take Amazon, must be investing in crores every month just for maintaining their websites every month. Even smaller companies would invest 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs every month just for handling all of these changes. You see, so quickly, so many changes happen to the websites, the offers, whatever they show display, right? So, all for all these companies will have a gigantic tech team. Tech team is nothing but people who knows all of these skills, whichever we have discussed, to build the websites. And now, not only this, if you want this logo, this will be done by graphic designer. And even before that, I wanted to show one thing. See now, to construct a home, will you construct a home just like that? Whatever is coming to your mind, no, right? You will have a 3D mock-up from the engineer, correct? And using that, you will develop the construction, correct? Same way here for websites also, we will have something like that. Okay, let me show it to you. So now look at this. On this website, we are building a new page called JE Mains. And now first we are developing a mock-up, how it has to look like. Then people are converting it into HTML. Then they are writing it into HTML, CSS, JavaScript. This is like the pictorial presentation, like image, like a mock-up. So now this has been designed by UI UX designer. UI UX designer career. See, this is not a website. For all of your information, this is not a website. This is an image kind of. This is giving the mock-up how a website should look, what should come to the right side, what should come to the left side. So I gave all the information. So I gave all the information, like you see JEE means coaching center in HSR, train, coaching. To the right side display the names and rankings. Right? Same thing they have done. To the right side display the names and ranking with images. Left side. See now I gave everything in the document and the UI UX designer brings life to it, presents it something like this. Do you see the difference? My information was plain, was just like this. See this? How it is? And now he designed or converted this to this way. Now a front-end developer or a website developer uses this design and develops the HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Now he understands, see now apply now is not functional. But when it comes to website, they has to make the front-end developer has to make it functional. When they click on apply now, it has to open a form. It asks username, sorry, email ID, phone number, name and submit button. Are you all getting it? Now if I simply ask you design a website, what will you design? Your thought process might say, okay, first put my product image, second put my photo, third put about me. Right? This is what runs in your mind, correct? But will that really assure you bringing the best? If you ask anybody to build a house also, what will he do? A masonry, what will he do? He will simply build something, right? Whatever comes to his mind. You have to give a plan, boss. Make sure to the left side it has to be kitchen. To the right side it has to be XYZ, correct? It has to be a 3-story building, or it has to be a villa, or it has to be something like this, correct? So exactly this is what guides the website designers or the developers. This is called as UI UX. So now building a website needs UI UX designer, front-end developer and back-end developer. After all this are done, the marketer comes into the picture. You need content writer to update all this content. Somehow you have to get all this information. You need a person to publish all this. See now it doesn't automatically come here. You have to fill all this, correct? And that's when it takes the life. Okay. There's so much process involved and doing all this. And again, this person's salary is also bomb. It costs bomb. Okay. So this is also one of the very good career option. Very easy to learn the skill. We just huh? Huh? This one no. This is there is some tools called Figma and a couple of design tools that's called as UI UX designing role. There are different there's a separate course UI UX design course. Okay, so the focus will be completely teaching you about how to design. So focus will be on where should add to cart button should come, what kind of color combinations will be have to be used. This is a separate engineering or science altogether. Okay, people make a different career. We have a UI UX designer with us. We have front end developers. We have back end developers. So you all can also make a career in UI UX designing. Have you all heard of graphic designing? Graphic designer just designs the creatives. UI UX like it's the next level where he designs the websites. That is very good career and very good packages are offered in the markets. Okay, and these kinds of skills, whatever we are discussing, all the web development skills can get you a lot of freelance opportunities as well. Will help you to generate passive income as well. Not only digital marketing, even these kinds of skills, graphic designing skills. See, graphic designing, digital marketing, and we are going to learn website development. Not by this method. I'll give you a easy method. Okay, you all will be capable of building amazing websites without learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, without learning any programming language like PHP, .NET, Java. You will be able to build a website like this. Huh? WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, right? There are many. I'll tell you what are they all in the next class. We will discuss how do we see now. Business owner cannot afford all of this, right? It's so expensive. Now, even if we can afford, it takes so much of time to go by this process. Correct? Tomorrow is your marriage, and you are giving ready. You are buying a cloth and giving all the measurements today for stitching the suit. Correct? What will you do? You'll have ready-made options, right? Okay. So in the next class, we will discuss tomorrow's class. We'll understand how to build the websites. I think we have missed out on few definitions. I felt okay, we'll discuss those definitions later while we discuss next set of things. So I did not discuss like domain names. Okay. So websites, we'll discuss this tomorrow. It becomes easier to understand what is a website. Today we learned how to how websites are built, but we don't know how to define the website still. Correct? Okay, we'll understand that tomorrow.